5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it's time for Jim George. He's making an entrance. Right, look at him coming in. There he is. It's time for it's time for Professor Gadget. Professor Gadget, Jim George, going to answer our questions about our gadgets. Come on, Jim. How you doing?
Good morning. Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. I brought some more little gadgets for you this morning.
What'd you bring?
Well, this is one I think I bought before, but it didn't work. So I need to give it to Robin, and she can test it. That's that little flashlight that you wind up.
The last one didn't work. Where do you get them from?
Trade shows. I'm going to a trade show on February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And when I do,
And where's that?
Tampa, I will bring back a bunch of stuff for you.
Robin is winding her flashlight.
Yeah, now let's see. Does that go on now? Remember the little switch?
Did it actually come on? No.
No.
No,
I have a bunch of defective gadgets.
Maybe you have to wind it like a long time.
No, you shouldn't have to. And then remember the last one I gave you, and you said you didn't know if it worked, the little chargers?
Right, I don't think it's...
Well, I found one. I put it in my computer, and I charged it, and then I put it in my cell phone, and it charged my cell phone almost instantly.
Oh, it did work. Okay.
Yeah, so there's that one.
All right, all right. Thank you.
And so for folks who can't see it, it's basically a battery, and it has a USB on it, and you plug it into your computer. And then your computer is charging that battery, and then you take it and you plug it into your cell phone, and it charges your cell phone.
Yeah.
And it charges it really fast. I would say a full charge in 2 to 3 minutes.
So it should charge my Kindle as well, right?
It should. Anything that fits.
Okay, well, if it does fit.
And then this is something that not many people even, I didn't even know what it was when I first got it.
Looks like a satellite.
Well, it's an international charger, an adapter. So if you're in Europe, you have this type of an adapter. Or you have this type of adapter. And if you're in the USA, you have this type. So you can plug your 3-prong
nice.
in there. And then depending where you go in the world, you have an adapter for it.
And they left that on the airplane? That looks like it could be dangerous.
No,
I guess you put in your suitcase.
That's from a
right?
trade show. I see what you're saying. They're liable to look at that and go, what is that?
What the heck is that? So which is the part that our plugs go into?
Well, the different adapters when you're in Europe.
Right.
There's if you go to the wall outlet to plug in your hair dryer or plug in your cell phone.
Where do you plug in the American one?
In the bottom of it, you'll see the 3-pronger.
The 3-pronger, right there. Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
That doesn't look like it has holes.
Well, no, it does. If you have a 3-pronger handy, you can plug it in.
It'll work, huh?
It will work.
Okay.
And then I guess you have some USB thumb drives, right? But this is the USB thumb drive that you can put on your keychain.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And it's good. And I think it's 2 gig.
Oh, wow.
And so now if someone says,
oh, it looks like a knife. Or something.
Can you share your song with me or whatever? Say, yeah. And here it is. And I'll plug it in and
really?
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Nice.
And I got a bunch of those. I can always bring more in. So anyway, those are the little gadgets for this morning.
That's a cool thing you're doing, Jim, with the gadgets segment of your show, because it's just so neat to know that things are out there. A person will go to like Best Buy or places like that, and you're just so overwhelmed with what's on the shelves, you don't even know what you're looking at.
I know when my daughter went to Europe right out of high school, this is going back, I guess, at least 10 years, I gave her a little pouch that I got at a trade show. When you unzip the pouch, it's every adapter known to man, literally.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
And when she went to Europe, boy, she sure, because nobody else in her group that went to Europe with them out of high school, because they wanted to be immersed in French. So they went to France for like 30 days. And she had the only adapters, and they all had to wait in line for her to, finish charging her cell phone or charging her computer or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So the adapters, and there's no international standard. Mm-hmm. Everything is a little different.
I had to do that when my son went to Europe too, back in '95. Had to buy an adapter because your blow dryers, anything that you had electrical wouldn't work. Your clocks, nothing.
Exactly.
But is that what we use? It's the same thing in Canada and in Mexico, right?
Yeah, right.
So North America is all uniform.
Yeah, we have what's called a national standard, and since we're on the continent of North America, it's pretty well. But as you go further south, like you get into Belize and those type of places, Nicaragua, then it turns different. And maybe in some places it's still the same. What happens is everything starts to change. Even our TV format. We use what's called the NCTA, National Cable Television Standard Association. But they have something called PAL, P-A-L, another one called CCAM, S-C-C-A.
Oh, yeah.
And it's more lines. It's actually better resolutions than what we have. If we do 525 lines of resolution, PAL is like 650 lines.
Oh, really?
So it's more. But now all that's gone away with the CRT, the cathode ray tube. They now have the flat screens, which are LCDs and LEDs. So what they do now is they just put a chip inside that senses that it's 50 lines instead of 60, and it just adapts it.
Did you know there's a sign on the Walgreens in Times Square that's 30 stories tall? That's all LED lights. 30 stories tall.
Wow.
That's a large sign.
Yeah.
Huge. Very
Well,
huge.
and they can change it at any time they want.
Well, like the Citrus Bowl, those big signs, they're just LEDs, and all that is a little small tube, and depending upon how much voltage you apply to it, that's what color it changes.
Wow.
And so they put thousands and literally millions and millions of those little tubes all in a little space, and then it reacts to the video by changing the color.
Oh my gosh.
And you have a phone call. Jim, and by the way, phone calls are welcome and invited. The number is 622-9622. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Say, I'm not a computer person. In fact, I wouldn't know where to turn it on, and for that fact, I wouldn't know how to turn it off once I would get it on. But my wife recently purchased, I don't know what you call it. It looks like a telephone and that, but she turns it on, and she can ask any question of any sort at any time. In a matter of a few seconds, it gives her an answer. How the heck do those things work?
Golly. Well, there's so many new gadgets out there, I have to admit. I probably don't know them all. And that's a new one. Was it made by Franklin? Do you know?
I have no idea. All I know is that she talks into it, and I don't care what kind of a question it is. In a matter of a few seconds, she gets an answer. It's unbelievable. It's actually scary.
Yeah, it would be. Well, it takes the pressure off of you.
Do you type in the question, or do you speak the question, or type it in?
No, she just speaks to it.
Is it that Echo device that they were advertising?
Echo.
Is it Echo?
It's either Echo or Franklin's got one. Franklin's more of a language. You can say good morning, and you hit the Spanish button, and it tells you good morning.
Oh,
so when
really?
you're traveling, that has like 30 languages in it, and all you have to
she'll ask maybe for an example, like some stats about a football game or a player or something, and in a matter of a few seconds, it'll tell you everything you want to know.
Wow.
Have you ever asked it anything yourself?
I'm afraid to even touch it.
I'm with you, Hugh.
Well, anyways, it's quite a miracle. It is really handy. A lot of times I'll come up with something and say, actually ask your little machine this question, and you get the answer. It's really something else.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I think a student would love one of those things.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be a problem. You wouldn't want to have that allowed in a testing room. Huh?
No.
Right. But but just with the accents alone, or if you had a cold that day or whatever, how does it really know what you're saying? That's the marvel of technology. It weeds through all that. It senses that it could be this or it could be that, and it waits for the whole sentence to be spoken.
And I'm sure you've seen the voice thing on Google, right? You can speak it in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just turn it on in the production room while the radio is going through that same board, and it'll just get every word.
Yeah. Well, I know that
quite often it gets it wrong, though.
I know that we're going out tonight to Red Lobster because it's my middle daughter's birthday, Melissa, who you've met.
All right.
And
She's a nice gal.
And so my oldest daughter wanted to tell everybody that we're going, and so she speaks it into her cell phone, and then it sends a text to everybody.
Nice.
Well, that's what Joe does. Joe has that. Yeah.
And then when they get it, they tell me the same thing. They just push a button, and it speaks it to them. And
That's wonderful.
Unbelievable.
I want a phone that you can speak into, and the person will actually hear you. I can't wait for that day.
Yeah, I know. That I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I was at a cable TV convention a couple of years ago, and the guy came up to the podium and says, we may be in the wrong business. He said, wouldn't it be great if you could invent a device that would be portable and you could take it anywhere you wanted to, and you could connect to all over the world and speak to anybody. He says, That's right. They do have that, but it doesn't work everywhere.
That's right.
So cable is trying to, compete with cell phone service even, because it's going to be soon a connected world. Let's face it. I guess the USDA, as the Department of Agriculture, is in charge of cable TV.
I did not know that. No.
Yeah. And so whenever you want to go into an area...
So the FCC doesn't control the...
FCC controls the performance of it.
Oh.
But the USDA is the one who says, yes, you can go into this area that way. And it gives you money. There's like $3 billion set aside to complete what's called the connected universe. And so if I want to go into Pahokee or Belle Glade, but there's very few subscribers there,
a lot of mosquitoes.
And it's going to cost me a whole lot of money to put it in. Mm-hmm. The government will pay for
Where's
it.
Where's Pahokee?
Pahokee is down by Belle Glade and Clewiston.
Oh, they're together. Belle Glade and Pahokee?
Oh,
well, maybe I'll choose Palatka.
That's good. I know where that's at.
Well, no, Belle Glade. I've been through Belle Glade, and it was like a mosquito place, I remember.
Or Eustis, or Altoona, or Tavares. I mean, there are some small towns.
All right, we need to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A nice day today. Sunshine mixing with clouds. High 67 to 71. It'll be partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower along the coast this evening. Overnight, those ranging from the upper 30s in a few inland spots to the upper 40s on the beaches. Tomorrow, partly sunny. High 64 to 68. And for Sunday, intervals of clouds and sun. High 71 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
The 8th annual charity truck and tractor pull is coming to the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion in Ocala, February 6th and 7th. The gates open at 4 p.m. to give everyone a chance to preview the contestants. Pre-sale tickets are just $10 and $12 at the gate. Friday, kids 12 and under admitted free. Saturday, kids 6 and under are free. Enjoy the fun and support the Ocala Shrine Club and St. Jude Hospital. For more information, call 352-843-0146 or go online to ocalatractorpull.com.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking? Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965. We are The Source, WOCA.
All right, 19 minutes after 9 o'clock, and Jim George is here. Professor Gadget, if you have a question about that gadget that you still haven't figured out that you got for Christmas, give us a call right now, and Jim will help you walk you through the process of getting it to work the right way. 622-9622 is the number. Let me we do have a call right now, Jim. Let's go right to the phone. As soon as I can figure out how to do this. Okay, good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning. Did Mr. George have a chance to find out if the city is still offering fiber optic internet?
Yes, I did. Oh, you want to know the answer? Okay, here's the scoop as I understand it. They are still offering it. What they have done is they've ceased for a while because they're re-engineering their fiber optic system. And the reason is, let's assume they run fiber to you, and you're at the front of the street, and then all of a sudden your neighbor finds out and he wants it. They have to run a whole new fiber to the guy next to you, and before you know it, they, instead of having one fiber on the pole, they have like 9 fibers on the pole. And those poles we call them telephone poles a lot, but they're not really. They're actually power poles that are owned by the city. And you can only put so much weight on those poles. So what they've done is they've ceased to do installs now while they do the engineering. But they spoke to me just the other day and told me that probably within 60 days the engineering would be done, and then they would know what areas of town are the most likely to start ASAP, hooking up people, and then what areas of town have to be, actually they call it make ready, that is make the pole ready to receive more fibers, which could be more guying of the tower, of the pole, because of spending and things like that. So the answer is they're going to do it. They just had to put it on hold now because of the engineering.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And a lot of people looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. And I just wanted to comment on that. FCC having a new definition of the term high-speed internet. So the new definition used to be 200 kilobytes. If you had 200 kilobytes, you could officially call it high-speed internet.
Okay.
And then they said, no, in order to be high-speed internet, it has to be 2 to 4 meg of speed. And so now, if we're delivering to a customer between 2 and 4 meg, you could call it high-speed internet. And now the FCC is, with their ruling, and it'll soon come down to all of us, that if we have advertising that says we offer high-speed internet, it has to be a minimum of 25 megabits. So it's more of a marketing thing. So if CenturyLink, let's assume CenturyLink's in an area of town where the most speed they can deliver is 10 meg. And it's not because of their technology, it's because of the old wiring. The old wiring in the ground, the old wiring in the house. They're limited. Then they can no longer call it high speed. It's just a marketing thing. You're still getting 10 meg or 7 or whatever they're giving you,
right?
But it just can no longer be called.
Oh wow! Does that affect you?
It does. Yeah, because
so
we have a device, and this device hands out the high-speed internet. And this device, the maximum it's capable of doing is 30 meg.
Oh, okay.
So, like when they said 25, that pushes my machinery out to almost its limit of 25. So you can see I'm right at my brink. If they had said 30, I would not have been able to call my system high speed because my machinery could not keep up with thousands of customers.
But now with the new ruling, you have to rephrase how you market it to people?
Yep, I'd have to either rephrase it or change out my machine. And what I'm going to do is change out my machine.
Oh.
It's a $10,000 minimum increase. It'd be more like $12,000. But you can't go any faster than what your computer will let you. If I'll give you, for instance, the True Life. There's a property down in Orlando called Stony Brook. And the person there was offering 30 meg maximum. And the homeowners were complaining that it was too slow. And so he went ahead and offered 300 megabits per subscriber in there. In other words, he bought all the newest. He spent $64,000 for the box that I planned to spend $12,000 for.
Wow!
It had me go down there and completely rebuild his system as far as aligning it. And he is delivering 300 now megabits per second to every home. He looked at how much megabits is he actually using, and it did not increase. And why is that? Because the people's computers can't go any faster than like 20 or 30 meg.
So the people who are complaining,
it's really the device they're using. They
probably were still complaining.
Well, they thought it was fast. They would do a speed check, and it would say 300. And they're going, wow, I'm getting 300.
Oh, but they don't. Oh, wow. So it was more about, it was psychological more than anything.
Yeah, I mean,
they wanted to see the number. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you could ping California or ping North Carolina on these free speedtest.nets, to check your speed, and it would show that they're getting 300, but they really weren't going any faster.
Oh, wow.
Because the computer, all the chip and all the things that are inside, that set the speed.
Last night I was trying to upload a video that's a 2.5 minute video or something like that, and it took forever the 2 nights ago, I tried to upload the same exact one because I had to put an apostrophe in there. That's why I had to do it again. But anyway, the first night went no problem at all. So one night, in 1 day's difference, I mean, I don't know if there were more people online or whatever was happening last night, but it was really slow.
Well, here's some of the things you can try. If you have a modem from Comcast, and then the output of that modem feeds a wireless device, excuse me, plug your computer straight into the modem, and not use the wireless device, and you should get faster speed.
Then it goes faster.
Yeah. Reason being is because you know that there might be someone around you utilizing that same wireless device.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
And so what happens is the speed is cut in half or cut in or even less.
Okay. All right.
So just plug straight in. And there should be a port on there that lets you plug straight in.
Yeah, there is. And I can actually look on my computer and see if somebody else is actually using it, because it'll show me all the users. And there's only one.
Yeah, I understand.
Right.
But still.
It's over there.
Yeah, that's right.
But there again, your technology, you have an older cell phone, but so the newer cell phones, they connect the Wi-Fi. So theoretically, if you had one, your cell phone's connected to the Wi-Fi. So it's using bandwidth.
Yeah.
A lot of things are using bandwidth.
That's true. My phone is. So this is sort of a gadget, a car called a Tesla. I'm sure you've heard of the Tesla. Did you hear us talking about this morning? Mm-hmm. With the button on it that's called the insane button?
The insane button.
Have you seen this?
I have not. But I'm sure I will.
It'll go from, I said 0 to 70 this morning. It's 0 to 60 in like 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh, man, whiplash.
Yeah, and when you watch the video of people experiencing it for the first time, it's like a roller coaster ride. You're accelerating so rapidly. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just worried that somebody's going to push that insane button.
Yep.
And actually be insane.
That would do it. Well, they have that big Ferris wheel down in Orlando. I think they're calling it the Eye.
Is it up and running now?
Well, they're still adding the cabs to it.
Okay.
And these cabs weigh
I'm looking forward to that, by the way.
They said these cabs weigh like 3 tons, and they're adding these. And it's going to be like 30 of these cabs on this. Imagine that weight.
Wow.
And they said the firemen are down there even this whole week learning how to climb that, because if something were to happen, they have to go up there and get you down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said also this morning that holds as many as 20 people per cab.
That's
I don't know if I want to be in a cab with 20 people suspended 300 feet in the air for an hour.
It's like a big elevator.
Yeah, it's
with windows.
I told my daughter, it's not for me.
So where are they putting it?
It's right on. I think it's on iDrive, and it's called the Eye.
So what will you be able to see from it?
It's just like climbing a tall tower and looking around.
Looking around. Yeah.
You could see Disney, I bet you.
I bet.
You could see the Princess Castle and everything.
Ooh, the Princess
Castle. Well, don't they have the one in England? So maybe this is patented after that.
That's
so
what they
it's
said.
been
But the English one's still a little taller, they said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technology. You can't
wait.
get away from it. You don't think you're techie, but look around and you'll find that everything you touch is techie.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Have to embrace it.
Yep. Even this microphone we're speaking into. Imagine this, 20 years ago, it'd be as big as a
oh, yeah.
block.
Did you ever see the very first Today Show?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. And he's got it on a lapel. It's a gigantic microphone, like on a necklace or something.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name again? I can't remember his name.
Oh, I can't remember.
Not Parker. It'll come to me.
Not Jack Parr, right?
No, but I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Today's show.
Can't remember his name. All right. Well, thank you, Jim. We are out of time. How do we get a hold of you? What's your number?
854-9795.
All right. Call Jim. Get your cable upgraded and get your information on how you get your device working. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.